Hello, green kiwi is a fruit that is small but mighty, compared to its sweeter and more expensive sibling, golden kiwi. Green kiwi is more affordable, has a distinctive tangy flavor, and contains significantly more fiber. However, green kiwi has a very difficult personality. It contains an extremely powerful enzyme that can ruin your food if you do not know how to use it properly. Choosing and ripening, hard means sour. Soft means sweet. Unlike many fruits that ripen on the tree, green kiwi is often harvested while still firm for transportation. Checking ripeness. Oh, hard as a rock. The kiwi is not ripe. At this stage, it tastes sharply sour, has very little sweetness, and is hard. Do not eat it yet. Slightly soft like a ripe avocado or peach. When pressed gently with a finger, the skin yields slightly and springs back well. This is when the kiwi reaches its peak flavor, mild acidity, lingering sweetness, and wonderful aroma. Very soft or leaking juice, overripe or spoiled. How to ripen it quickly. If you accidentally buy hard kiwis, place them in a paper bag together with a ripe apple or banana. The ethylene gas released by the apple or banana will help the kiwi soften and ripen in just 1 to 2 days. Kiwi skin. Hairy but a superfood, can you believe it? Green kiwi skin is completely edible and contains 3 times more nutrition than the flesh. Why should you eat the skin? Kiwi skin contains an extremely high concentration of antioxidants and fiber. It promotes bowel movements much better than eating only the flesh. Dealing with the hair. Oh, the fuzzy hairs on green kiwi may cause an itchy throat or discomfort. Method: wash the fruit thoroughly, then gently scrub it under running water using a clean toothbrush or a rough cloth. The hairs will come off, leaving smooth skin. At that point, you can bite into it just like an apple. Note: if you have a history of allergies or a sensitive throat, it is still best to peel the skin. How to eat. The spoon method. If you do not like peeling and often end up crushing the fruit, use the method preferred by New Zealanders. The spoon trick. Oh, wash the fruit thoroughly and let it dry. Oh, use a knife to cut the kiwi in half horizontally. Insert a small spoon close to the skin. Rotate it around once and scoop out the flesh. Advantages: fast, convenient, clean, does not dirty your hands, and does not waste the flesh attached to the skin. Slicing method. If you want to arrange it on a plate, cut off both ends, then slide a spoon between the skin and flesh to remove the fruit in one piece, before slicing it into round coin-shaped pieces. The enemy of milk. Actinidin enzyme. This is the most important thing to know when preparing green kiwi. Smoothie. Yogurt disaster. Oh, green kiwi contains a very large amount of the enzyme actinidin, much more than golden kiwi. This enzyme has the ability to break down proteins. If you blend green kiwi with milk, yogurt, or use it in cream cakes, after only 15 to 20 minutes the food will develop a bitter taste and separate into layers. This happens because actinidin has cut apart the proteins in the dairy products. Solution: if you want to eat it with yogurt, simply slice the kiwi and sprinkle it on top. Then eat it immediately. Do not blend them together and leave them sitting. The king of meat tenderizers. Oh, thanks to this protein-breaking enzyme, green kiwi is one of the best natural meat tenderizers in the world. How to use. Blend 1 green kiwi including the skin into a puree and mix it into tough beef or pork as a marinade. In just 30 minutes, the meat will become butter soft when cooked. Note: do not marinate for too long, or the meat will become mushy. Allergy and health warnings. Latex fruit allergy syndrome. Oh, kiwi contains proteins that are structurally similar to natural rubber latex. If you are allergic to latex, avocado, or banana, there is a high chance that you may also be allergic to kiwi, causing an itchy mouth, swollen lips, or difficulty breathing. Be careful and try a small piece first. People with kidney stones. Kiwi contains oxalate. People with calcium kidney stone should avoid eating excessive amounts. Sleep support. Oh, eating 2 kiwis 1 hour before bedtime has been shown to help improve sleep quality due to their natural serotonin content. The secret of 7 holes and 9 holes. Did you know that not all lotus roots are the same? The number of holes in a lotus root determines how it should be cooked. 7 whole lotus root rough skin, dark yellow color. Characteristics: high starch content, low water content. Flavor: when cooked, it becomes very soft, sticky, and tender, similar to potatoes. Best for simmering bones, making soup, and cooking sweet desserts. Do not use this type for stir-frying because it will not be crunchy. 9 whole lotus root thin skin, silvery white color. Characteristics: more water, less starch, very crunchy. Flavor: refreshing and pleasantly crisp. Best for stir-frying, making salads, sweet and sour pickles, or deep frying until crispy. General selection tips: choose lotus roots with short, thick segments, a heavy feel in the hand, and no damage. Avoid roots that are unnaturally white bleached or have a strange smell. Whitening and removing mud. Lotus root easily turns black, oxidizes, and mud often hides deep inside the small holes, preventing discoloration. Immediately after peeling and slicing, soak the lotus root in a bowl of water mixed with vinegar or lemon juice. Effect: the acid helps keep the lotus root bright white and prevents it from turning brown and unattractive. Removing mud. If the holes are full of black mud, the best method is to slice the lotus root thinly. Soak it in water and stir vigorously with chopsticks to wash the mud out. If you want to keep the root whole, use a long chopstick wrapped with cloth or a small straw cleaning brush. Clean each hole under running water. Red alert: parasites. Because lotus root grows at the bottom of ponds and stagnant water, the risk of infection with intestinal fluke larvae is extremely high. Absolutely do not eat raw. Whether making salad or juice, you must blanch it in boiling water first. Eating raw lotus root without heat treatment is the shortest path to fluke disease, causing abdominal pain, intestinal blockage, and exhaustion. How to blanch while keeping it crunchy. Bring water to a full boil and blanch the lotus root for about 1 to 2 minutes. Remove it immediately and place it into a bowl of ice water. This method both kills bacteria and keeps the lotus root pleasantly crunchy when making salad. Avoid iron pots and cooking notes. Do not use iron or cast iron pots. Lotus root contains many antioxidants and tannins. When cooked in an iron pot, lotus root undergoes a chemical reaction and turns black like ink. While the soup becomes cloudy. Use stainless steel, clay, ceramic, or glass cookware instead. When to add lotus root. For soup, add lotus root at the same time as the bones. The longer it simmers, the softer, starchier, and sweeter it becomes. For stir-fry dishes, cook quickly over high heat. Overcooking makes the lotus root tough and destroys its crunchiness. Lotus root as medicine. Who should use it? A miracle remedy for stopping bleeding. Lotus root contains abundant vitamin K and tannins, which help constrict blood vessels. People who frequently suffer from nosebleeds, cough up blood, or women with prolonged menstrual bleeding should eat lotus root soup or drink cooked lotus root juice. Nourishing the lungs. According to traditional Chinese medicine, lotus root helps clear internal heat, moisten the lungs, and relieve dry cough, especially during autumn and winter. Who should limit consumption? People with diabetes. Lotus root, especially the 7-whole variety, contains a large amount of starch, nearly 20%. If you eat lotus root, you should reduce your rice intake to avoid high blood sugar levels. People with cold stomach or diarrhea. Raw lotus root has a cooling nature. People with weak digestion and frequent loose stools should avoid lotus root salad and instead eat lotus root that has been thoroughly simmered with ginger.